Welcome to October. This is Community and Economic Development Month for Rotary International. Rotary has targeted poverty by setting a goal to create productive employment opportunities. Those opportunities can reduce poverty, achieve social and economic development, and provide income security and empowerment. And it's Economic and Community Development Month in District 7430. The pandemic has slowed the growth of our domestic economy. The World Bank tells us that global poverty has increased from 655 million people before the pandemic to 711 million people in 2021. Our theme projects this month focus on poverty, job creation, and the quality of place in our communities. I'm delighted to introduce the Rotary Clubs featured in our project showcase. The Bethlehem Morning Star Rotary Club will share its Game of Rent. This interactive game was played on October 5th at the Steel Stacks. It teaches participants about the challenges faced by low-income people in finding affordable housing. With empathy for lower-income families, we can be better positioned to help them. The West Reading Wyomissing Club will tell us about their work at the West Reading Fall Fest. There, Rotarians spoke with community members about Rotary service and distributed 500 saplings. Once planted, those trees will help provide a quality of place. Quality of place is an economic driver to retain talented residents and attract good employers. Maybe your club will be inspired to undertake a community and economic development project. On October 12th, our Showcase Tuesday speaker will be Matthew Kane, who will tell us about Launch Raleigh. This program trains successful entrepreneurs who would otherwise have limited access to financial and business resources. Raleigh borrowed the program from Detroit. It includes business training, microloans, mentors, and networking opportunities. Matt is a member of the Rotary Club of North Raleigh. He is presented around the world through the Rotary Action Group for Community and Economic Development, and we are fortunate to host him on October 12th. Please register for the Showcase Tuesday on our district website as soon as possible. Maybe your club can replicate the Launch Raleigh program in a city within our district. We recently enjoyed 2 successful district events: Stock the Box to benefit Shelter Box USA and the Yvette Palmer Purple Pinky Race to Zero and Oktoberfest to support Polio Plus. Each of these events is projected to raise about $50,000, though the numbers aren't yet in. If you have not donated, please give to these programs, even though the events have already occurred. I've enjoyed nearly 2/3 of my club visits as your district governor. At each visit, I remind you that Rotary works in partnership with other organizations having similar mission statements. These include the Gates Foundation and the United Nations. Rotarians say, "Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves." October 24th is World Polio Day, and the UN General Assembly is presently in session in New York City. Former Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said, "We must work closely together to make this year a year of global action, one that will be remembered as the dawn of a new era of sustainable development." Let your economic and community development project be one to remember. I look forward to seeing you soon.
I coordinated the club's participation this year in the West Reading Fall Fest. The club believes that it's important to interact with the community, and we have participated in the Fall Fest the last 2 or 3 times it was held. And our booth is a great way for people who are attending the Fall Fest to find out about Rotary, to talk to Rotarians, to see that we enjoy each other's company and that we have fun operating as a club. We hand out literature that explains and tells Rotary's story, everything that I enjoy about Rotary, the camaraderie, giving to the community, and telling the Rotary story.
Community economic development helps us strengthen local entrepreneurs and support community leaders through service projects that create opportunities to engage with our local community, families, and businesses. Participating in West Reading's Fall Fest provided an opportunity to identify priority needs in our service area through community input. The world needs more Rotarians, and community outreach is one way to encourage membership while at the same time giving back to others. During these times of challenge, our West Reading Why I'm Missing Believe There Is Good in the World t-shirts promoted that, and that everyone should consider to be the good. In addition to giving away 550 trees and free popcorn, the Rotary sold grilled cheese sandwiches and water. A portion of the proceeds are going to go towards purchasing a shelter box, which provides emergency shelter after disaster strikes. The remainder of our proceeds are going to be used to support local community projects which focus on Rotary's theme, Serve to Change Lives. Fall Fest was a perfect opportunity to align and increase tree planting and stewardship in the community, and to help with the restoration efforts and quality of place. The urban tree population depends on large-scale participation to thrive and grow. We appreciate Bartlett tree experts partnering and providing tree seedlings to highlight Rotary's new environmental focus. So participating in West Reading's Fall Fest was a great opportunity to support local business and re-engage with our local community and build relationships to support both community and economic development along with quality of life.
I'm a true believer that the world needs more Rotarians, and community outreach, such as the West Reading Fall Fest, is the perfect way to encourage membership in our clubs. That's why we participate every year. Recently, I became chair of the district's new Environmental Sustainability Committee. And in our club, we have a history of doing environmental projects, but one that we took on recently that we'll be sharing with the district and the other clubs is the Plant a Tree project that we're co-sponsoring with Bartlett Tree Service.
Part of Fall Fest, we provided 500 seedlings to be given to the community, donated by Bartlett Tree experts. We worked with the Interact Club from Wilson High School, and they were the ones providing those seedlings to the members of the community as they were walking by,
Interact says plant a tree.
We partnered with Kelsey Osman, who is a young entrepreneur and architect, and she developed the Game of Rent. The Game of Rent simulates the challenges of finding affordable housing in specific neighborhoods. She developed one specifically for the Lehigh Valley. So we applied for a district grant and got it, and then we put on the Game of Rent an evening here at Arts Quest. We invited civic leaders, educators, property managers, social services providers, and a variety of other people, leaders in our community. We got a tremendous number of people to come. We had a great discussion of people as we played the game about all the factors that go into providing affordable housing, the challenges that go into it, the factors that people face when they're trying to find affordable housing, whether it's employment, whether it's education, different factors in their life, childcare, education, disabilities, that sort of thing. And it turned out to be a great event.
I am an architect by training, and I'm the Senior Manager of Design and Development at Urban Housing Solutions, which is a nonprofit housing provider in Nashville, Tennessee. The Game of Rent is a project I've been working on for a couple years. It's a board game style teaching tool, and it's really intended to help communities have more productive conversations about affordable housing, which can be a really complicated and sometimes controversial topic. So the game is a way to break down some of those stereotypes and assumptions, use facts and data in a way that's fun, and just get people talking about why housing matters in their communities. The goal is really to move from empathy to compassion, because compassion is what leads us to action. And so the idea is that when we understand what's happening and we care about the people that it's impacting, then we're moved to do something about it. And whether that's donating or volunteering with one of your local organizations, or advocating for policy changes, or even just talking to your neighbor about why housing is important and why it should be a welcome part of any community.